we have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Did you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable, simple,
Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in Indiana high school football fans. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live. Sectional semifinals right here at Bishop Darcy Stadium, Shieldsfield, home of the Bishop Dwenger Saints, where we have a 5A sectional semifinal matchup between the 2-7 Anderson Indians out of Anderson, Indiana, coming up here north to take on the Bishop Dwenger Saints, 8-1. In second place in the Summit Athletic Conference. Of course, looking on paper and not knowing a lot about Anderson, but the stats and the score lines that we see in front of us here on stats, not a lot knowing about Anderson. Obviously, Bishop Dwenger is going to be a huge favorite here against the Indians, but this is SummitCitySports.com. Before we get talking about that, Hunter Sosenheimer on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Outstanding matchup here we're going to see tonight as the 5 and 6A get going. Right now, SummitCitySports.com. We're across, I believe, 6 or 7 games here throughout the area, all the way in northeast Indiana down into Oak Hill, where Concordia is going, but we'll talk a little bit about that as we come back. Well, we're going to send you right now to the sideline Swami, Casey O'Boyle, and our owner of SummitCitySports.com, Jeff Mahoney, as they have a little pregame talk. Anderson at Dwenger. Here we go.
Anderson at Bishop Dwenger. And Bishop Dwenger's had one heck of a season this year under head coach Jason Garrett, who's in his third year, just his third year, but he's won a state championship. He took the team to semi-state, and I'm telling you what, they're looking like they are on the road back to state here in year number 3. Anderson doesn't seem like they should be much of a challenge for these Saints, as the sideline Swami has Dwenger by 49.
Yeah, it's a big spread, especially knowing how Bishop Dwenger will sit on a lead and kind of protect some guys. But I just think, again, Anderson, the Indians, they don't play that great of a schedule. I mean, you've got it up right there. Harrison, perhaps a couple of these other schools, but I mean, they're just that's a basketball conference, and it has been for decades. And Dwenger is a football school with a ton of tradition. I think this one's over early. Playing at home, I think the Saints get a lot of kids out on the field, but they still have to get reps. You can't get so complacent that you beat a bad team by 2 or 3 scores when you should beat them by 6 or 7 or 8 scores. And so I think it's important that the Saints really take care of business, have a really solid 2 or 2.5 quarters of football, get a lot of guys playing. There's a good look at Brendan Lytle. He's had a tremendous season. He's 3 TD passes shy, Jeff, of tying Kevin Mers for the all-time record at Bishop Dwenger for career touchdown passes with 47. So he just passed Kevin Mers recently, a couple of weeks ago, of course, as the all-time leading passer. Now he's got an opportunity here with some TD tosses here in the postseason to become number 1 on the list all-time in career touchdown passes. An amazing career for Brendan. John Michael Fabini, I also found out, is a half a sack away from being the 5th all-time at Dwenger in terms of sacks in a single season. And they've had some great sack monsters through the years. Guys like Tyler Trappy come to mind. And what a season he's had this year. There's a good shot at with the 12.5 sacks. So I think with each sack, I think he's about 5 short from tying the record. So with a strong postseason push, he definitely, John Michael Fabini, could etch his name in the Dwenger record books as well. And, there's no reason. A lot of these teams, you can watch it on film, but they do such a good job disguising him off the edge. Do the Saints defensive coaches, Coach Nepper in his first year out there at Dwenger has done a tremendous job filling in for Coach Casey Kolkman, and they haven't missed a beat on that side of the ball. So I think this is a game the Saints take care of right away. Devin Tittman and Matthew Jimenez, 2 starting linebackers, are out. Devin is the big question mark. Will he be back next week for a potential rematch versus Northside or Northrop? Either way, and that game will clearly be a much more difficult challenge for the Saints next week versus tonight. No disrespect to Anderson. It's just the reality of things. So, yeah, that's the question mark. We'll keep an eye on that. He's got my understanding, is broken hand, and he's going to have surgery on it. And will he be able to come back with it wrapped next week, or do they save him for regionals in a possible game against, I think, Zionsville or Harrison? So, again, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but it's something for us to keep in, keep our eyes on, because that's a big subplot for Bishop Dwenger. Devin Tittman, make no mistake, is their guy. They need him on both sides of the ball. He's that spirited leader, and without him, they're not the same team.
Would you expect a running back by committee to continue there at Dwenger here in the postseason? Devin's their top rusher, 66 attempts on the season, 399 yards. KJ Tittman, Louis Tittman obviously have great experience. Gavin Groves can certainly run the ball for them as well. He's their safety, who's just done a great job for the Saints. Who would you expect to pick up the majority of that slack?
Well, against Anderson in this first game, I think we're going to see 10 to 12 names on the rushing ledger for Bishop Dwenger, all with fairly even stats. But I think going forward, starting next week in the sectional final and beyond, I think it's Devin and KJ all the way. And I think you can use both those guys. KJ Tittman, I think, especially if they're concerned about Devin holding the ball, that broken bone is in his right hand, so it takes away that halfback pass that we saw earlier this year, and you worry about him, high and tight, holding onto the ball confidently. We may see a heavy dose of KJ for that very reason, and see Devin almost exclusively on the defensive side. So those will be decisions the Saints coaches will have to make. Not a bad option to be able to throw even a less than 100% Devin Tittman into the backfield when you need a tough yard. But KJ Tittman is more than capable, and would not surprise me at all, Jeff, if in 3 or 4 weeks we're looking back and he's got some pretty significant rushing totals, KJ Tittman, that is, here in 3 or 4 weeks. He may really add to his numbers because of all these variables.
Yeah, KJ, of course, against Concordia. They had him in a little bit at Wildcat, too. So he's a big-time runner, can break off big-time runs. Had a great game against Carroll as well. And this is the Southside game where you see 10 different guys touch the ball. So that's kind of what Casey's referring to when he's saying we could see a lot of different people toting the rock for the Saints against.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. Tim Atkinson here calling your play-by-play. The 8-1 Bishop Dwenger Saints playing host to the 5A Anderson Indians, coming in 2-7. Let's take a look at that stat line for Anderson. Obviously, an overwhelming favorite is Bishop Dwenger. As you take a look at their starting quarterback for Anderson, number 15, that's Connor Stevenson, just a junior, 56 and 93 passing, 650 yards, just 1 TD to 5 interceptions. So not throwing the ball around quite a lot are the Anderson Indians. At running back, the leading rusher is number 41. That is Ivy, but AJ Ivy, the 5'10", 190-pound back, 65 rushes, 247 yards. Second on the rushing, there is the senior, number 24, TK Blair. TK Blair, 54 rushes, 201 yards, but just 10 rushing passes or rushing touchdowns on the season for Anderson. They do have a nice weapon outside, a pair of them actually. And watch for number 9, the senior Marcus Armstrong, also backup quarterback. 20 catches, 207 yards, the 1 TD. But they have an outstanding freshman up and coming, and that is Dontrez Fuller. Watch for him, number 10 in the white. Dontrez Fuller, 16 catches, 250 yards on the season, but he is a game breaker for Anderson, no question about that. But under head coach Ron Qualls definitely knows a uphill battle against this outstanding Bishop Dwenger Saints, and a lot of reasons why. And we'll start in the backfield with their quarterback, Brendan Lytle. Brendan Lytle, 1,482 yards on 138 attempts, 88 completions. That's 0.64% completion rate, 64% completion with a 16.8 average. 14 TDs and 3 picks. 14 TDs, 3 picks. That is absolutely huge for Lytle. And to make a run in that Class 5A with Valpo sitting there waiting here in 5A. Hit rushing, this is where their strength is tremendous. KJ Tippman, the junior's getting the start here tonight, 323 yards. He is a bulldozer, kids, and will run you over. KJ Tippman wearing number 23, just a junior, 323 yards and 3 scores. Devin Tippman also shares the reps in the backfield that he has been dealing with several injuries over the past couple of weeks, including a handbrake from 2 weeks ago. He is not playing here tonight, and they're may go to their third running back, which is Louis Tippman. Louis Tippman, yep, that's 3 Tippmans I just mentioned there in the backfield. He 236 yards rushing on 63 carries with 1 score. But Devin Tippman was usually your big back down low or in goal line distance to punch it through. He is not there, so that's going to be a thing to overcome for Dwenger. On the outside, they have an outstanding pair of wide receivers. In number 21, the junior Henry O'Keefe, and number 86, the junior Rocco Sioka. Way 2 different players. Sioka has 30 catches, 608 yards, has 6 TDs. Henry O'Keefe, 22 catches, 415 yards, and 3 TDs. He is a game breaker, kids, is Henry O'Keefe. You get him out in space, and he will bust it open. But the strength and what we really love to see over Dwenger this season has been their defense, their outstanding defense. John Michael Fabini on one side, outside linebacker, and Sam Pisa, the flowing locks of Sam Pisa, will take a peek on the other side of the outside linebacker. Devin Tippman and Matt Jimenez are usually the inside linebackers, so that's going to have to change up tonight, but we are ready as the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And don't forget about on that backside, Gavin Groves, outstanding safety, and just a junior. Mr. Gavin Groves is fun to watch. He's about 3rd, I think, in tackles for Bishop Dwenger. Let's actually see if we can pull that up here real quick. Leading in tackles for Dwenger was Devin Tippman with 58 total tackles. John Michael Fabini with 54. Gavin Groves, 47 tackles. He's an outstanding player. Watch for Adam Lee as well. But their defense is absolutely loaded. You get Vinny Fiacable up there up front. But this is going to be a very, very good warm-up here for Bishop Dwenger as Northrop and Northside playing in the top half of that bracket. They will get the winner. But let's start here, Class 5A. We're finally at it, ladies and gentlemen. Bishop Dwenger to kick, Anderson to return. It'll be Joe Belanda to kick. And he will, little onside right down the middle. That's something they saw. Can Dwenger get it? That's still loose. A scramble. This was set up beautifully, and Belanda put a perfect ball on it. Let's see what it is. And still no signal. I like head coach Jason Garrett trying to catch him off guard, and Belanda put a perfect ball right in the center where no one was. But it will be good field position for Anderson and Shannon. Or excuse me, Stevenson to take over. Anderson, of course, out of Anderson, Indiana. The North Central Conference, as the North Central Conference winner was Lafayette Jeff, 7-0, undefeated season for Lafayette Jeff. Then Marion at 6-1, who is hosting Southside down in Marion. Then Harrison at 4-1, Kokomo 3-2, McCutcheon 3-4, Muncie Central 2-3, Tech 2-4, Anderson 2-5. That finished 2-7. So here we come now. Trips, 2 wide receivers set to the far side. 3 is to the near. Stevenson in the backfield. He's going to hand off and right up the gut, and that's going to go nowhere. Swallowed up, and a first good play and stand up by the Bishop Dwenger defensive line. This is SummitCitySports.com. Thank you for joining us. So it looks like it will be number 47, Ben Simcox, will replace Devin Tippman there in the middle linebacker spot. But watch for number 39, John Michael Fabini on this one side and Sam Pisa on the other. They come relentlessly, and they are absolutely fun to watch. Watch for Callan Stauffer on the far side, man-to-man coverage. He's been a ball hawk. That's going to be an offsides on Fabini. That's a rare mistake by that senior. And it'll be 5-yard penalty against the Saints. Will bring up 2nd and 5. Big play there. So 11-13, the first penalty of the game will go against the Saints. As I mentioned, the winner will take on the winner of Northrop and Northside, which is just being played a couple miles away at Northside High School. And Dwenger fans probably in a weird position as they're probably rooting for Northside with the new Fort Wayne Community School rules with no fans are allowed at games now due to COVID. And there's a little jet sweep here. That's a pitch and a pass and has a step and gets a first down. Going to move the chains. Nice little play at that right time. As Curtis Lewis on the jet sweep took the pitch from Stevenson and took it to move the chains. 1st and 10 for Anderson, 10:40 left. This is SummitCitySports.com. Thanks for joining us. As I mentioned, we are live. I believe 6 games tonight, 7 games. Stevenson in the shotgun. 3 wide receiver set, Twins near side. Takes a snap. He's going to waggle near side. Being pressured by Fabini on the side. The left-handed throw and incomplete. Threw it right on the money, but couldn't bring it down. Was number 84, Marquise Cullum, the senior. That was a good route, good throw. Just couldn't complete it. 10:07. Now A.J. Ivy in a Wildcat, number 27. Check it. He's going to go on the left hip of Stevenson. Stevenson's going to put a man in motion. Fake on the jet sweep, right up the gut. Beautiful run, and they're going to move the chains once again. Big rush by number 27, A.J. Ivy. Just under 10 minutes. How about this drive for Anderson? And the Indians moving the ball on this Bishop Dwenger defense. This is the first meeting between these two schools ever. And going down right here at Shields Field, Bishop Darcy Stadium. Anderson having a great start. And that puts in the incompletion, too. That was right on the money. Dwenger, late movement here on the defense. Pisa showing a blitz on this near side edge. Oh, they're coming. No, they back out of it. They're going to throw it back against the grain to Fuller. Fuller lowers the shoulder. Oh, my goodness gracious. What a run after the catch. How about that? The big fella, getting him out in space. He's going to run some cats over. Dylan Fuller, just a sophomore, too. 6'3", 235. Ooh. Here comes Anderson, 2nd and 3. Under 9.5 minutes left in this first quarter. We'll be with you through at least regionals, and then the IHSA will take over for semi-state duties. I'm sure we'll be chosen as a broadcast partner for a semi-state game if a Fort Wayne team is around, which we do expect. Nice cut. Still up, still loose. Is finally tackled by Lee and Groves, but another first down for Anderson, moving the ball here against the Saints. How about that? 9-12. What a start here from Anderson. Exactly what they needed against this Bishop Dwenger club, who is, I believe their staggering ratings was about a 70-point favorite. Here's Stevenson once again. Four wide receiver set. Juwan Eccles on his left hip. He's going to hand to Eccles. Eccles looks for a little bit of space, and he did a nice job getting some out of that. He's going to get about 3 yards on that rush. There wasn't a lot of running room there, but the senior, Eccles, did a nice job finding some space and another first down. Anderson's highest points of the season came in week 3 against Muncie Central, where they scored 20. That's the most they've scored. And Dwenger's only allowed 25 points in the last 4 games. But Anderson with a 170-yard average per game. They are starting strong here against the Saints. As that will be Stevenson. Check it. They're switching quarterbacks on us. That's Armstrong on the fade. Beautiful pass. They're going to get a late flag. And I believe it's going to be a pass interference on that far side. Didn't like a lot of contact, but enough, I believe. Well, obviously it was enough to get the call. So that will be a pass interference on the Saints. That's a huge call and a 15-yard penalty against Bishop Dwenger. Anderson now in the red zone, looking to put the first points on the board against the Saints, 8-1 on the season. Four wide receiver set. They're spread. Armstrong in at quarterback. Oh, another hard snap. Nearly got Dwenger to jump. The fade route. And the back. Oh, what a play on the ball by Gavin Groves. Was it? I believe that was Groves. No, that was Stauffer. Nice play by Stauffer. Played on the ball. And that's outstanding defensive back work by Stauffer. Telling you what, everybody thought the back end of this defense was going to be the weakness, and it was a little bit at the beginning of the season, but they've continued to improve to match the intensity of that front seven with Lee, Groves, Vance, and, of course, Callan Stauffer. He should probably have about 3 more picks than he's been credited for this year. Armstrong, hands. That's too much hesitation right there against the Saints. That'll be swallowed up. And right now, you don't want to settle if you're Anderson. They went for 1 deep. On first down, went to throw. That didn't pan out. Now a second down run. That'll only gain 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and 9, just under 7.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Tim Atkinson here. Thanks for joining us. As we're back to the football action, 5 and 6A both get going here tonight. And we'll talk about the action around the area here shortly. But Dwenger trying to make a stop here, 7 minutes. Stevenson still in at that's Armstrong still at quarterback. The play action has a man, and touchdown to number 10, Dontrez Fuller, the freshman. I told you about him in the opener. He's a game breaker. Fuller with the 6. Woo! How about Anderson? Came out guns a-blazing. Outstanding drive. It did have good field position, but an outstanding drive nonetheless. Outstanding job. Armstrong, the nice throw as he waggled out the lefty, and it looks like Anderson's going to go for 2. And looking for as many points as they can, I believe. Under 7 minutes. And another flag against Dwenger, another offsides. That'll be half the distance. Let's move it to the 1.5 yard line. It will replay the 2-point conversion. Looking at the stat line, I don't even see a kicker with attempts. They're not always updated 100%. You pull them off Max Preps, you rely on the schools to update them themselves, but assuming these are right, I don't see anybody with any kicking points. What we got here? Anderson's going to call a timeout to talk about it early on this 2-point conversion, so it's 6-0 Anderson. Let's step away real quick, SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. See Anderson hit the field on this two-point conversion attempt. So let's see what the Indians have in store. Armstrong in at quarterback, Twins near side. He's going to waggle left. He's going to take it. Oh, he's hammered. Ball is picked up, but he is absolutely blasted before he got to the goal line. Wow. Wow. That was Simcox laying some wood, kids. Woo-hoo. And if that doesn't get you going, I don't know what will. And unfortunately, Armstrong is still down, but he was absolutely clobbered. Well, let's go back to our Traction Athletic Performance replay for that touchdown score to put Anderson up 6-zip. The lefty out of the pocket, beautiful throw to the freshman, and pulled in easily for Fuller for his first touchdown of the season. But that's a name you're going to look for in the years to come. But Armstrong still down. This broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Seal Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment. The Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union when we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottmuller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit ottmullercontracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. LS Teca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. LS Teca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit lstecarestaurant.com. iCryo specializes in body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. So we're back at it. Anderson looking to kick. And that's Clayton Stevens. He's going to boot it out wide, and that will fall out for an illegal procedure on Anderson. You see there's really no kicking game for the Indians on the field goals, so don't expect any of those, and it looks like they're going to go for two pretty much every score, with Dwenger hoping that they don't push any more in against this Saints defense, as Dwenger is going to make them re-kick it. I like it. Back them up, make them re-kick it. Back them up 5. Back deep for the Saints is number 21, the junior, Henry O'Keefe. 6:52 on the clock. Bishop Dwenger down early. No one expected that one. So it will be Stevens once again. This one will be spotted at the 35, and he'll re-kick it on that illegal procedure. Head coach Jason Garrett choosing to make him re-kick it, and Ron Qualls and his Anderson, Indiana club will start and do just that. Here's Stevens. And that one is skied up. Man's going to have to take that. He does. Was that Vance, I believe? Nice little stutter step and tackled right away at the 45-yard line. But this is going to be dangerous here. Anderson giving them a ball on the 45-yard line of the Saints. Great field position for Brendan Lytle, the senior signal caller for the Saints, as he will head out on the field. Outstanding 3-year starter for head coach Jason Garrett. He's a state champ, and he is ready to move his Bishop Dwenger Saints down the field and see what they do against this Anderson defense. Leading tackler for Anderson is Jawan Eccles, the senior, number 45. I formation, KJ Tittman. Oh, look at the blocking. Uh-oh. Out, and he will move the chains right away. First play from scrimmage for KJ Tittman and the Saints. Talk about a game breaker. He is one of the better juniors in the city. No question about it. Remember, no Devin Tittman here tonight. In motion as Campbell. They just moved about 12 players around on that shift, and Bishop Dwenger is going to call a timeout. That's something we haven't seen all year. Bishop Dwenger will burn the timeout. Looked like a bunch of that was just a weird looking situation there. Bishop Dwenger will take the timeout with 6:19 left to go in this first quarter. And see if we can have any scores around the area for you yet. Northrop and Northside, just under 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Northrop up 7-6 and have the ball. Northrop did defeat Northside a couple of weeks ago, so that would not be any fluke, but that would be a heartbreaker for the legends of Northside head coach Mike Brevard. But right now, Bishop Dwenger finds them in a weird position, rooting for Northside as KJ Tittman limps off to the sideline. But right now, Northrop up 7-6 because the Fort Wayne Community Schools did put in effect starting today, no fans in the stands at any Fort Wayne Community School event. So Bishop Dwenger now rooting for Northside because if Northside wins, they will have the home game. If Northrop wins, it will be played at Spooler. That's from my knowledge at least, with Northrop not having a home game and Bishop Dwenger having one. So it would be played at Spooler, which no fans would be allowed to be there. So here comes Lytle under center, 3 wide receiver set, Twins. I formation in the backfield. KJ Tittman is off the field. And Lytle under center, which he does not do often. The handoff to Groves. Groves, a couple stiff arms, and then that's one you're not going to get away from. That's Jawan Eccles. Great linebacker, their top linebacker for the Indians, and he is down. Whoop, he's up. He's back up. So about every other play right now, somebody getting shaken up. Unfortunate. We're live at Marion as well as Southside and Marion. Dan Vance from outside the huddle texting me, and Snyder's up 10-0 over Homestead. Braden Hardwick, the outstanding running back for Homestead, left with an ankle injury. Probably not coming back from what I'm hearing from Mr. Dan Vance outside the huddle, who's there at Homestead. But Snyder right now up 10-0. That would be the upset of the season, no question about it, besides maybe Northrop over Homestead. Groves, can he bounce to the edge? He does, cuts it back in, lowers his shoulder, and gets the first down marker. Gavin Groves. How about Groves going deep in the well here as he will come out. Looks like Louis Tittman now into the backfield for Dwenger. KJ's back up as he had a look at by the training staff. Now standing ready to come back in. Lytle out of the pocket. Has a man, O'Keefe, in the end zone and through the hands. That was nearly perfect, kids, but a good throw. And just couldn't come down with it, O'Keefe. And it will bring up 2nd and 10. 5:09 left in this first quarter. Surpriser right now. Anderson on top, 6-zip. Lytle in the shotgun. Waggles near side once again. Has O'Keefe. That's going to be a block in the back right in front of the white hat. Lytle just needs to get rid of it. Does. That's going to short hop O'Keefe, but this is going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot. This is going to be a huge penalty. This is going to be about 20 yards back. This is going to bring up second and about 20-something. As Lytle, it looked like he had O'Keefe. I don't know if he didn't see him, but O'Keefe, they had two here on this near side. O'Keefe on the under route, a little out. It was about a 7-8 yard out. Was open. They had a deep guy. I think it was Sioka, but didn't find him. But going back, O'Keefe and Lytle nearly hooked up to tie it up. But we're sitting 6-zip, second and forever for the Saints, 4:59. Left to go. Ball spotted at the 50. Wowzers. Huge penalty. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot. Second and 29 to be exact. Lytle trips near side. KJ Tippman in the backfield with him. Lytle the pitch to KJ. He's got blockers. Lowers a shoulder and is helped out, but a good hit. Kids, if you're watching at home, KJ Tippman, he hits you first. He does not let the defense make first contact, and you're going to win 9 out of 10 battles if you're the aggressor out on the football field. There's no doubt about it. KJ Tippman's a perfect example of that. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Saints. And Anderson, if they can get the ball back up 6-0 and score again, wow, this is going to be something here, boys and girls. Here is Lytle. Lytle down the center, has O'Keefe. What a catch. Are you serious? Henry O'Keefe, oh my goodness, laid out and hauls it in for the big gain and the first down on 3rd and 20. Traction Athletic Performance replay. Pete, the throw and the catch. How about this? O'Keefe was all the way on the far side of the field. He was lined up on the outside, ran the post, and look at that. That's just next level, kids. Just a junior. Gets a little love from Rocco Sioka, his cousin. Yes, it's just not Tippman's. You have Sioka. And O'Keefe, both from the Tippman tree. Groves trying to find space. He leans, and he's going to be down shy. About a 6-yard gain. It'll be 1st, 2nd, and goal from the 1 here for the Saints. 3.5 minutes left in it. 3:22, clock rolling. Three backs in the backfield. Jumbo set. Hand to Groves. Groves lowers the shoulder, and he is in for 6. The Saints tied up 6s on the Gavin Groves 1-yard TD run. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Bishop Dwenger does answer. Now Joe Belanda in for the PAT. Belanda, and it will be Colin Vance on the hole. That one is up, and that is good. Bishop Dwenger takes the lead for the first time here tonight in Class 5A sectionals. They take the lead 7-6. Let's go back to that Traction Athletic Performance replay. As Lytle, you see O'Keefe, he's on that far side on that trip set. He runs a post route inside the defender. Man-to-man coverage, late help on this near side, and O'Keefe lays out for the beautiful grab, and then gets love from Sioka. Outstanding pitch and catch from Lytle to O'Keefe, and 3 minutes left. 7-6 our score. Now Dwenger and Joe Belanda will come out for the kickoff. So Snyder having a day. Let's look at some of these, where we are at. So right now, Carroll is at Warsaw in Class 6A. Also in Class 6A, Snyder at Homestead. In Class 5A, you have Northrop at Northside, Anderson at Bishop Dwenger. In Class 4A, you have Southside at Marion, Wayne at Delta. In Class 3A, Concordia is at Oak Hill. And in 2A, Bishop Lures is at Fairfield. So the SAC went undefeated in the opening round of sectionals. Now we're guaranteed several games next week with Snyder and Homestead both playing each other. Carroll at Warsaw. Those two will lock up, as we'll talk about a little bit more as we get going. But Belanda with the kick. One hopper picked up by Armstrong. Oh, check it. That's Lewis. And Lewis over the 20 and is down. So the second drive for Anderson, they will start a little bit deeper at about the 21, 22-yard line of the Indians. 2:52 left to go in this first quarter.
out of this Indian offense on the second drive? Well, you know, we've had two series, one by each team, and we've got
2:52 left. Been a quick quarter. And it will be a big backfield. Stevenson back as the signal caller, the junior. Looks like Sam Pease is coming off the edge. He does. Right up the gut. Spinning for a couple of extra yards was TK Blair, the senior. And talk about your all-hair team. Look at the flowing locks coming out of the helmet. Number 24. Tremendous. The top 10 hair, no question. As he'll pop out. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Hunter Sosenheimer on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. 2.5 left. So we'll keep an eye on that game out at Homestead. But Braden Hardwick, one of the best backs in the city, supposedly not going to get back in. Three wide receiver set. Pitch here to Ivy. Ivy gets a block, makes a nice little move out over for the first down. And it looks like Southside and Marion getting ready to start, as they had a 7:30 start time. Well, 1st and 10, but Anderson coming out here. They are not afraid of this 8-1 Bishop Dwenger club here in Class 5A in the sectional round. So it will be Connor Stevenson and at quarterback still. 4 wide receiver set, trips to that far side. Little misdirection in on the tackle. I believe that was Fabini. It was. And Ashton Scary on the tackle as well. 1:10 left, clock rolling. 2nd and 8 for the Indians. Four wide receiver set, they're spread. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And we have a whistle and a flag. False start. False start on Anderson, so that'll back them up. That's, I believe, their first penalty of the first quarter. That's a big one. That'll back them. So clock stop, 45.6 seconds left. Now they'll restart it on the whistle. Anderson, 2nd and 13. But they have been running the ball very, very well against this Dwenger defense. Stevenson still in at quarterback. And can't get away. Finally swallowed up by a slew of Saints. Or maybe you call that a gaggle. Not sure. But a minimal gain. And that's how you're going to have to tackle the big fella out there. The tight end. And Dylan Fuller, as that will be the end of the first quarter. Your score, kind of a surprise here. Bishop Dwenger leads 7-6 over Anderson Class 5A Sectionals. You are watching SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of our second quarter, SummitCitySports.com, coming to you live from Bishop Dwenger High School. Excited to be here, Class 5A sectional semifinal. The winner will move on to the final game of sectionals. Next week, it'll be the championships, then they move on into into regionals. Right now at Leo, Northwood up 12-6 over Leo in the second quarter. You can find all of these on SummitCitySports.com. Northrop and Northside. I believe Northside took the lead, 12-7. So here is Anderson, 3rd and 11. Stevenson. And a little miscommunication. The wide receiver zigged instead of zagged. And that'll be an incompletion. 3rd and 11 now. Looking for the freshman Fuller on that far side who had the score earlier. So 4th and 11 it is, and the punting squad in. Update from Warsaw, Carroll and Warsaw 7-7. They're locked up in the second quarter, all tied. You can find that on SummitCitySports.com. Go to the top of our website. You'll see the live tab. Hit that live tab. You'll see every game we have live here this evening. Ooh, Fabini got a piece of it. John Michael Fabini, not only the near sack king here at Dwenger, a beautiful block. And that goes out wide. Coming off the edge was untouched. But the kid does just everything right. He's son of pro football player and Cincinnati Bearcat, Jason Fabini, who's here on the staff for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, and head coach Jason Garrett. And his nephew, the center, is Joe Fabini. And John Michael Fabini also a Tippman. His mother is a Tippman. So it spreads all across this Bishop Dwenger roster as Lytle will go I formation. 2 wide receiver set. Check it. Triples. 2 near side, 1 to the far side. Lytle under center. This is normally a run. He hands. Little stutter step. Churns it, but can't break free from Eccles. He's a tremendous linebacker. And KJ Tippman. And lost his arm sleeve. Nice little sportsmanship there. Check it, that was his towel. A little easier fix for KJ. Twin wide receiver set to the far side. Oh, this is what they tried here a while ago. And Lytle, they'll shift everybody out. And then they'll move Jack Tippman to the opposite side. Now 4 wide receivers, they're stacked. This sets up a screen to KJ. Has Sioka out there. Oh, beautiful block by O'Keefe as well. And a nice setup and the first down mover for the Saints. A minute into the second quarter. How about that? A little funky. Like it. Under 11 minutes. Lytle goes back under center. I formation, 3 wide receiver set. Play action to Tippmann. Has a man on the fade route and just overthrew him. You like to see that one. Maybe a bullet pass was more in need right there for O'Keefe because he had a lot of space as Lytle threw that ball, but too much air on it. And the freshman, Fuller, came over in coverage, but just too heavy. And that will bring up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. 10:44 left. Lytle will go back to center, or the huddle, and set this 2nd and 10 play up. See what they have in score. Lytle, the keeper, and about the 30-yard line. He'll be dropped. We'll bring up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4 for the Saints. 10.5 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Good ones all around the northeast part of the state. Carroll and Warsaw, 7-7, as I mentioned, in the second. As Lytle will come out with 3 wide receiver set near side. Lone wide receiver to the far side is Sioka. And Lytle in the shotgun. Check it out, was Tippmann on that far side. A little double clutch in the end zone, and heavy again, looking for Sam Campbell. And clock will stop. 10 minutes left in this. Lytle looking for the home run ball there. Wasn't there for Lytle. As Leo down 12-6 still to Northwood. They do have the ball, though. You can find that on SummitCitySports.com. Same formation. Trips to this near side. Lone wide receiver to the far side. This time it's Sioka on that far side. Gets a good block. Lytle squares the shoulders. Nice little flick to Campbell. Lytle was hit, but it doesn't matter. 1st and 10 for the Saints on the nice look to Sam Campbell, the sophomore. Good touch there from Lytle. Northside now up by 12. Northside up 19-7 over Northrop. And Northrop with the ball, but deep in their own end. Bishop Dwenger. 9:52 left to go in this second quarter. Spread formation. KJ Tippmann on the right hip of Lytle. Lytle's looking to throw. Good pickup by KJ on the blitz pickup, and a beautiful throw right into the breadbasket of Henry O'Keefe. 4-6. The Saints lead. Woo! How about that throw? Laid it right in there. KJ Tippmann, watch him in the backfield, though, as he picks up a nice block on the blitz off the edge. Watch his blitz pick up. Gives Lytle just enough time. See that? Nicely done. And a beautiful pass. That is tremendous right there. Lytle to O'Keefe. 2 St. Charles Borromeo products as well. Shout out St. Charles. Here's Belanda with Vance as his holder. Joe Belanda, kick is up, and one of the better kickers in the state. Up and good. Bishop Dwenger leads 14-6. We'll step away real quick. SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 14-6. Bishop Dwenger on top of Anderson High School out of Anderson, Indiana. Dwenger coming in 8-1. The Indians 2-7. As Bulanda will line up another kick for head coach Jason Garrett, trying to take control of this game. They did back-to-back scores as Anderson got off with the early lead on their opening drive. Just ran the ball down the field on Dwenger. And now Bulanda with a nice spinner. And it's going to be fielded at the 15. Good running start. It's tackled by Groves. Finally helped out by Cole Carey. And good field position here for Anderson to start with 9:41 left. Ball's on about, the 36, 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Indians. This is Tim Atkinson. Thanks for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here we go, 1st and 10 for Anderson. They need something here, or at least move the ball down the field. Here's a pitch near side. There's a lot of hitting out there, kids. Come hard or don't come at all. It was A.J. Ivey with about a 2-yard gain, maybe 1, but he was absolutely hammered coming off this edge. Man. You hear the pads are popping all the way up here atop Shields Field, Bishop Darcy Stadium, as we near 9 minutes. Anderson, 2nd and 9. The quick slant. And may have got there. Great timing by number 30, Adam Lee. The junior played that beautifully as he hit the intended receiver immediately. I believe that was Armstrong, who doubles as a quarterback as well. Or that might have been Lewis. The 8 and the 9 are real difficult to see here for Anderson. So it will be 3rd and 9, 8:55, clock stopped on the incompletion. Big 3rd down play here for the Indians, and I think they're going to call a timeout. That's how important this down is here for Anderson. And head coach Ron Qualls will take a quick one. We'll step away as well. SummitCitySports.com.
Excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think, that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We believe in sharing positive stories and are excited to set the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Basketball is such a reactionary sport. And
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the timeout, 8:55. Anderson has 1 remaining in this half. 8:55 left in the second. SummitCitySports.com bringing this live broadcast. Armstrong in at quarterback now. He has Ivy on his left hip. 3 wide receiver set. There's twins to the far side. Gavin Groves is inching up from that defensive backfield. Now steady. And they're looking to throw. Armstrong, the lefty, going deep, and that's too deep. Looking for the freshman. He just kind of tossed that up. And as you see, the bigger thrower for them is obviously Armstrong. And it will bring up 4th and 9. You got to punt it. And last time they punted, John Michael Fabini got a piece of it. I'm telling you, what doesn't he do? Maybe the biggest snub of the all-conference team is that outstanding outside linebacker. I think he's only 4 or 5 sacks shy of the Bishop Dwenger record as well. As Anderson now look to punt, it'll be the freshman back there, Dontrez Fuller, back deep for the Saints. Cannot see the number. Oh, Fabini nearly got another one, but a beautiful kick from Fuller. Oh, Sam Campbell. Beautiful Sam Campbell with the jump stop and the run. And is finally pushed out. Wow. Sam Campbell in space. Telling you what, sophomore Sam Campbell showing you the skills. Traction AP replay. Take a peek. Fuller, as Fabini nearly got to that, but Fuller with a beautiful kick. No fair catch. Boom, right there. And then the acceleration. Look at him. That is beautiful from the sophomore. Woo! 8:38. Dwenger with outstanding field position, looking to go up by 2 scores. 4 wide receivers set. They spread them out. Lytle with KJ in the backfield. Lytle is going to waggle out far side. He has a man and the post. And what a play on the ball by number 8, Curtis Lewis. But Lytle could have went to either receiver there. He had Campbell open in the far side of the field. Went to the man-to-man coverage here with O'Keefe. But Campbell was, I think it was a flag route on that far side, was wide open. But a beautiful play on the ball here. I believe that was Lewis. Yeah, he had a little flag route there as Campbell. He saw how wide open he was. So was O'Keefe. Just underthrown a little bit, and a nice play on the ball by the defender there for Anderson. Second and 10. Here's Lytle under pressure. Another beautiful ball thrown right into the hands of Sam Campbell for 6. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is a pretty throw. He's made a couple mistakes, and he's thrown a couple beauties. Here's one of them from Sam Campbell. He's your slot receiver. Little double move and laid in beautifully. The freshman had no chance to defend on that one. And now 26 is Dwenger starting to roll. Belanda in for the point after. Vance with a good hole, and the kick is up, and a late signal finally due. 21-6, Bishop Dwenger leads. SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 8:25 left in the second quarter. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from Bishop Darcy Stadium, Shields Field, home of the Bishop Dwenger Saints, where we have a Class 5A sectional semifinal. The winner will move on to the championship game next week, as they will play the winner of Northrop and Northside. As if Northside wins that, I believe the ball game will be played here at Dwenger. If Northrop wins, it'll be played at Spooler. Belanda, beautiful kick, angled near side. The freshman Fuller takes it, wants to bounce it out wide. Kept the edge, nicely done. That was number 27, Aziz Dixon, who bringing him back in as Finley will get the credit on the tackle. First and 10 for Anderson. To say this is a do-or-die drive is an understatement. 8:19 left in this second. Not an explosive offense by any means. You cannot get down more than 2 scores here. Right now, find themselves down 15. 8:19 left. Put a man in motion. There's that jet sweep that worked well in the first. Oh, my goodness. John Michael Fabini. This kid is tremendous. Flag on the play, but I think this is going against Anderson. But John Michael Fabini, I'm telling you what, puts his fingerprint all over the place. Yes, let's see what the call is officially. As they're talking about it here, it was thrown by the referee. I think he's looking for a spot. But it was a loss of about 4. Pushing back about 4 or 5 yards. I would assume you decline this, yeah. And decline this and brings up second and long. 8:14 left. But I'm going to show you. Watch the skills here from number 39. He's on the left edge, outside linebacker on this near side. Watch him shed. Right there. Watch him shed this. Oh, man. If that's not a next-level play, I don't know what is, kids. My goodness. Outstanding linebackering, if that's a word. 8 minutes. Spread formation. There's 4 of them. Empty backfield. Now they'll bring back. And Armstrong's going to look to throw it. He's their second quarterback. Stauffer. And can't get it. So we'll bring up 3rd and long. Armstrong, you could see that coming as soon as he took that pitch. He was looking immediately to throw. As Vinny Fiacable looks like he's been shaken up. He's walking something off here on this near side, so wish him the best, of course. But Anderson, for a 5A school, not a lot of players on the roster. I mean, you're talking 30, maybe, on the roster for head coach Ron Qualls in Class 5A. That's something huge. With 7:50 left in this second quarter, 3rd and 15 officially for the Indians. Good play action. Nice little drop off is absolutely blitzed by Vance. Whew. I'll bring up 4th down. Vance coming up. Not watching, not coming over with 2-hand tap, not trying to shove out of the field of play. He comes over and lays the absolute shoulder. Those are tone-setting moments. Talk to my sons about that all the time in 4th and 5th grade. Is come over and lay the wood. Even if they have a gain on that, the running back is going to remember your number if you keep coming and keep hitting. Game of football. Here's Fuller. Fabini. Not that time. Low kick. Picked up by O'Keefe. Stumbles a little bit. And a tremendous tackle. Brought him down in space was Chris McKellar, the junior for Anderson. Will bring up 1st down for Dwenger. But this is danger time here for Anderson. Down by 15, and this can balloon up really quickly here. Let's see if Dwenger tries to go for the home run ball here. Maybe a little play action on 1st down. Let's see what they choose to do. But their wide receivers have been running open for the most part of this first half. So Lytle, not sure of the play call, I believe, because he's walking over here to talk to head coach Garrett. Now Campbell comes in late. So they got empty backfield, 4 wide receiver set. You have 2 stacked. Lytle, this may be a quarterback draw here. Yep, they faked that screen. Lytle, moving his feet out over the 30. Runs through an arm tackle, cuts back in. How about that from Brendan Lytle, the senior quarterback, showing you the wheels and the skills on that run. That was the fake screen. They ran that screen off the tremendous shift earlier in the game. I think it was their last drive. Yeah, it was their last drive, that throw to KJ Tittman. Don't call me Kenneth Jr., KJ, on that edge. And that was a 1st down pickup. Now coming up, they faked that screen out wide to KJ. And then the beautiful run from Lytle, finding you the space, cutting against the grain, and showing he's not only a step back, he is a runner as well. 7 minutes left, 1st and 10 for the Saints. Lytle, 4 wide receiver set. KJ on his left hip. They're looking to throw again. Lytle surveys, comes on the little hitch route here to O'Keefe. O'Keefe can't get past the tackler. Good play in space by number 84, Marquise Cullum. And out of bounds, clock stopped, 6:51 left in the second quarter. Well, Bishop Dwenger, the first drive, Anderson rushed it right down the field on him. And since then, it's been all Bishop Dwenger looking to roll and move on to the sectional final, which will be played next week. Lytle, he's going to waggle out far side, has O'Keefe in the flat, instead goes deep to Sioka and dragged down from behind. Lytle's been just a little bit long on some of these throws. I'm sure when he looks back at the tape, he's going to be not pleased with himself on that. So went for the long ball, had O'Keefe on the under route. 6:46 left, 3rd and 8 now for the Saints. This is plenty of space here plenty close enough here for Joe Belanda to kick a field goal, but Dwenger's going to look for 6 here to really try to blow this open. So here's Lytle, 4 wide receiver set. He's going to flip-flop KJ to the right side. Gets a block of KJ. Lytle cuts it out wide, gets a nice block from Sioka. Little stutter step out wide to the cone, and he is in. Touchdown, Lytle and the Saints. 18-yard run on the little scat from Lytle. But watch the blocking from KJ on the first one up the gut, and then Sioka on the edge, but Lytle showing you the tremendous athleticism to bounce this out wide. KJ with this beautiful block. But look at the spacing. Lytle sees that outside, gets a great block from Campbell and Sioka. A good look there from our cameraman, Hunter Sosenheimer, as Lytle stretches out and in for 6. Now Belanda for the PAT to make it a 22-point game. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-6 our score. Dwenger absolutely rolling right here, SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 28-6, 28 straight points unanswered by the Saints. And Brendan Lytle on that 18-yard touchdown run. And now Belanda will line up for the kickoff. Back deep is Fuller. And I believe Lewis. I'm telling you, the 8 and 9 is nearly impossible to see for Anderson, especially the way the jersey creeps up in bunches. But here comes Belanda. And the high kick taken by the up man. And Cullum wants to bounce it wide. Oh, ran in over there to that far side. I believe that was Kyle Eddy. No, I think that was John Michael Fabini. That was Michael Fabini, John Michael. Going with the moniker here out here was the PA announcer. Calling him JMF. Tremendous. Love it. 6:31 left in this second quarter. Bishop Dwenger rolling. 3 wide receiver set. Hand off. That is going nowhere. The big fella got the arm out and ripped him down. That's number 75. That's Jack Knight. And Jack Knight, number 75, Ashton Scary. Good defensive lineman play that time on first down. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the no gainer. Anderson, handoff again to Ivy. Ivy near that first down marker, maybe a bit shy. Yeah, that's going to be right at the marker. Good run from Ivy that time. Well, we got a flag down on the field. It's sitting right at the 30-yard line on that far hash. And let's see what the call is, because Ivy had a nice run on that. So 5:38, it will be a hold, as you saw right there. So right now at the half, Snyder up 10-7 over Homestead, and Brendan Hardwick is out for sure. They carted him off at halftime, per my source there on the on-field level there at Homestead, outside the huddles. Dan Vance, if you haven't seen his stuff, watch for him. And the bounce, he does outstanding coverage locally here in high school sports in the Fort Wayne and surrounding area. Check out their stuff outside the huddle. And Dan Vance's basketball just around the corner here, ladies and gentlemen. You know, my favorite time of the year, as the girls got started at practice. The boys will get started here in a week or so as well. So it's going to be an outstanding. Stevenson under pressure, and it's not going to go a whole lot, as you had 47 Bishop Dwenger Saints players getting a piece of them that time. Gavin Groves came up the middle, but that had no chance. Jack Tippmann off the edge. As Jack Tippmann, underrated defensive end, in my opinion, the junior. And coming off is Jack Knight, as he was holding his left elbow. Hopefully he's all right. So it will be 4.5 minutes left in this second quarter, 28-6. Dwenger, 28 straight points. Fuller nearly blocked again, but the freshman, Campbell, running head start, good move, and is spun down at about the 25-yard line. Dwenger will start 1st and 10 with 4:20 left in this second quarter. And this is blowout situation time. So here comes Lytle and the Saints. 4 wide receiver set, trips to this near side. .420 left in this second quarter. Lytle's looking to throw again on a bullet to Campbell. Campbell, beautiful move, cuts it in the 15, and a little field monster, little turf monster got him, but a good run after the catch. Yeah, it'll go out of bounds. Northside now up 22-7 over Northrop. They're making a statement there tonight, kids, coming off that loss against Northrop in the second to last week of the season in the Summit Athletic Conference. But Northside, so if it stays this way, Northside and Dwenger will lock up next week, and that should be right here at Shields Field. Oh, that looks like halftime just going into. So, yeah, halftime score, Northside up 22-7 over Northrop. See if we can get you a score at Marion with Southside Marion. Southside, a pretty big underdog there. But Southside, right now, it's 14-6 in that first quarter. Southside down, but they're in about the 30-yard line of Marion. Lytle scrambles. He's got a lot of space out wide from 30 yards out and smartly cuts it out. Lytle saw all that space once went through his progression. There was nothing there, so he bounces out wide for the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Saints. Clock stopped at 4:03. And they're going to say it's going to be 1st and goal. We're ball spotted right at that 10. 28-6 for the Saints. The fade route, looking for Sioka. Oh, beautiful. Rocco Sioka for the score. Another beautiful ball thrown by Lytle, and Sioka with the catch. 34-6. He was falling down a little bit. I think he lost his footing momentarily. It didn't matter as Rocco Sioka. Wow. He's a heck of a prospect. Is Sioka. $3:59 left in this second quarter. SummitCitySports.com. Here's Belanda. They're missing a player. So Mac Robinson, the sophomore, heads up. He'll just head out there. As it was just one on the play clock. Nice job by that sophomore to hustle out. As that kick is up and good for Belanda. 35-6 our score. SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3:59 left in this second quarter. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live. Class 5A sectional semifinal. Winner moves on to the final. Taking a look at Class 6A down there in Warsaw. As Carroll and Warsaw in Class 6A, they're both tied up, they're tied up 21-21. As Becker right now just launches one, and this must be a Hail Mary to end the first half. And I think that's going to be our halftime score at Warsaw, 21-21. So Bart Ball and Warsaw putting up 21 points in that first half. Woo. 3:59 left. Been a long first half. That one nearly dropped, picked it back up and out over the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Anderson. 35-6 our score, though. Anderson will come out down big, though. Got the first 6 on the board. It's been all Dwenger since. Northwood and Leo. Northwood still up 12-6 over Leo. Leo, though, in the red zone. Looking to tie that up at the minimum. Low snap, Stevenson. Draw right up the gut. We'll get about 2 yards. 3:45 left in this second. At halftime, at Oak Hill, Concordia leads 7-0 over Oak Hill. That's at a halftime break. You can see all these games on SummitCitySports.com. Go to the top of our page, hit the live tab, and go to all of our live events as they happen. We have 6 live sectional games here tonight. With 3:15 left. Wayne down 21-18 at half. Sean Collins with 148 yards, rushing on 8 carries there, down in Delta there in Muncie. But that would be huge right there if Wayne can pull out a win against Delta in a sectional semifinal under first-year head coach Sherwood Haydock. Hunter and I had the game last week as they defeated Huntington North. But wow. Haven't had a recent update from East Noble and DeKalb. DeKalb was up 7-0 with about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, but that was a while ago. As I mentioned, Marion up 14-6 at the end of the first quarter. But a little record out there at Chambers Field. Mr. Lambert, 22 carries, 240 yards rushing in the first half. Wow. The Northside record is 256 yards rushing in a game. That was 2 years ago by Alex Holiday Robinson against Lures. But Mr. Lambert, having a field day right now against the Northrop D. Wow. So 3:06 left. It'll be second and super long for Anderson as you take a peek at their huddle. And they are looking. South Adams up 42-0 over Monroe Central. Wow. So here we go now, 3:06 left in this second quarter. As I mentioned, Anderson came out with the first drive and put it in for 6. A 2-point conversion was denied by Ben Simcox. And if you haven't seen that hit, go check it out on SummitCitySports.com or, on Twitter or on Facebook at 260 Sports. You can follow us. And Simcox showing a blitz. And that one, was it a forward pass? It was a forward pass. So incompletion. We'll bring up 3rd and 20, 3:02 left in this second quarter. .302. So here we go. A little stagnant in the action here over the past minute or two. We'll get back to it. And the final timeout is going to be called by Anderson right now. But we're looking at almost an hour and a half, first half right now. 3:02 left to go in this second quarter. SummitCitySports.com.
Early Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back. 3rd and 20, 3:02 left out of the timeout. The last one for the Indians. Looking for a hard snap. Dwenger not biting. Play action. Whirls wide as Armstrong has a man, the big fella, and he lowers his shoulder, but nice job by Adam Lee. Took the initial hit, but hung on, had some help from Vance. And Bishop Dwenger will take a timeout. And that will be their last, so we'll take one with them here. You are watching 5A sectional football from SummitCitySports.com.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2:50 left, 4th and 7, maybe about 4th and 6 for Anderson. And no timeouts remaining by any club. Dwenger just burned their last one. They want to go up right now they're up by 29. You get one more score here, you go above that mercy rule with would be a running clock in that second half throughout. 2:50 left. Fuller, he's had some nice kicks. Groves is going to back away from that one. Takes a nice Indian bounce and lost the footing. That's going to roll inside the 25-yard line, and I don't think the Saints coaching staff's going to be happy about that one. And it will be probably the worst spot that they've started here for the Saints in any of these drives, but they have plenty of time. 2:37 left, and the way they've been moving the ball has been pretty easy, let's just say, here since the opening drive. So Lytle will take the field with his Saints. 35-6 our score. Trips far side, lone wide receiver to the near side. Lytle has man-to-man coverage here with O'Keefe, and that's going to be pass interference. Never looked back for the ball. And not enough contact, I believe. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Coverage man-to-man here on this near side was number 8, Curtis Lewis, staying stride for stride.
more often than not, when you have Henry O'Keefe in single coverage, you feel good about your chances. But to your point, Corey, there probably were better alternatives out there.
2:31, 2nd and 10. Same formation. Lytle looking to throw again. Steps up in the pocket, now falls outside. Man-to-man coverage. Sioka intercepted. What a play on the ball by Lewis. He fell down, and it looked like Lytle had O'Keefe wide open on the sideline. Instead, threw it to a covered Sioka, and they're going to have some things to pick apart here. There's going to be some reads that are going to have to be corrected as they move on in sectionals and in the playoffs, but they pick by Anderson. I think that's only like the 4th pick all season for Lytle. It is his 4th interception thrown all season long, with 2:22 left. So 1st and 10 for Anderson. They get the ball back. Ball spotted on the 41-yard line. SummitCitySports.com. Tim Atkinson here calling your play-by-play. Hand up the gut to Ivy. Vance there with several Saints. Groves comes to help. As Ivy not going anywhere there. Also in there was number 42, Mitchell Vogelweed, the junior. 2 minutes left. Nobody or no timeouts remaining for either club. .145. Anderson does not want to give the ball back to Dwenger here. The throw out wide, and that's going to be incomplete. That will stop the clock. So gutsy or curious call right there, I guess you should say, from Anderson. So clock stop, 1:41 left, 3rd and 10. So Dwenger will get the ball back either way if they hold a stop here. So 1:41 remaining. 3 wide receiver set. One in the backfield with Stevenson. Stevenson in the shotgun. Showing blitz. Pisa comes. Oh, what a bat down. John Michael Fabini. Come on. What doesn't he do? I've said it a couple of times tonight. A block punt. Tackle for loss. Sacks. How about pass deflections? The kid is a stat stuffer. And it's super fun to watch. 4th and 10, so that clock stops the clock as well. 1:38 left in this second quarter, and Bishop Dwenger will get the ball back and have plenty of time to try to score. First things first, the pressure is going to come from Dwenger. And Fabini nearly, what a kick from Fuller. Man. O'Keefe, O'Keefe, little stutter step, comes out near side. Bounces it, has a blocker from Pisa right there. O'Keefe near the 50, cuts back inside, still on his feet. Has a couple of blockers and pushed from behind, but a big return for the tremendous junior. Henry O'Keefe. Man alive. Check this. Look at that stutter. Let's go back. Let's go back so we can really appreciate. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Finds that space, cuts it back outside. Great vision, good block there from Pisa. Cuts it back in, makes another one miss. And he may have taken the distance if it wasn't for Eccles and his straight hustle. Whew. Little DK Metcalf style. Not giving up on the play. That may have saved 6, but 1:22 left. Dwenger will start 1st and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line of Anderson. Lytle. Sioka, good catch there on the crossing route. Cuts it back inside, still on his feet. Sioka, a little spin move, and is down after about a 15-yard gain for the Saints. 1:12 left. Clock will stop as they move the chains with 1:12 left, 1st and 10. Lytle back in the shotgun. I believe that's Louis Tittman with him. It is. He's got plenty of space. Does Lytle. The throw through the hands of Campbell. Is upset with himself. But clock stop, 59 seconds, 2nd and 10. .7 left. Lytle will get the call. Three wide receiver set. Louis Tittman in the backfield. Uh-oh. And another turnover. The pitch is not completed, and it will be Anderson. They're going to say incomplete pass. That's a right call. That is an absolute right call. Great job by the officiating crew. That is a pass, that shovel pass. As long as it's forward, that is a pass attempt. That is not a handoff or a pitch like a sweep. That is a 100% pass attempt on that little flip. Checking in is Teddy Steele, the sophomore, number 33. He's into the ball game now. He's going to line up in the slot, or he'll be the middle guy on this three-wide receiver set near side. Lytle in the shotgun. The throw over the hands of O'Keefe and intercepted at the 10-yard line twice by Curtis Lewis. Another pick, as Lytle maybe a little bit too much heat on that, but right through the hands of O'Keefe. And 46.5 seconds left. Let's see if Anderson just kneels it down and head into the halftime break. 35-6, down 29 points. So it has not been a perfect game by any means by Dwenger. They still find themselves up 35-6, but a lot to be corrected if they're going to move on and continue. So Anderson, they're going to go four wide receiver set. One in the backfield on the right hip is Eccles. Armstrong in at quarterback. Armstrong. Blitz comes from Dwenger. The pass and Stuffer. Check it. Adam Lee will get it right back for Dwenger on the pick. Ball threw up and good ball skills from Lee, who comes up with the interception. 40.9 seconds left, so Dwenger still has a chance to put this ball in the end zone. But Adam Lee's had a great ending to the season for the junior. As Adam Lee comes up with his third interception of the season. Here we go, four wide receiver set. Lytle in the shotgun. Gets pressure off the edge. The screen set up nicely to Louis Tittman. Gets a block from Fabini, but he didn't see him originally, and that cost him some yardage. And that will... Not sure why they wanted to stop the clock on that. 25 seconds left, though. Let's see if they just clock it here for Lytle. They do clock it. 19.6 seconds left in this second quarter. We'll bring up third and about 7 yards. Let's see what Dwenger chooses to do here. They're going to have no timeouts. They're going to have to run an out or go deep with it. Lytle has plenty of arm to get it there, but let's see what they choose to do. Lytle across the middle. Campbell took a hit, and we'll keep going. As that ball is going to be spotted about the 16-yard line. They're going to come up to clock it again as the chains move. And that will be incomplete, so... And I don't know. I mean, it did look like Dylan Fuller was offsides. He was late coming across. And, yeah, the flag comes down. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That was just a lack of effort that time by the sophomore. And that's going to give Dwenger 5 more yards. And it will bring up 1st and 5. But just no sense of urgency right there from the defensive end, and that's going to bring up a penalty. That's exactly what it is. So 13.2 left. Plenty of time here for Lytle. He can get 2 plays off at least. 3 wide receiver set, twins to the far side. Lone wide receiver to the near side is O'Keefe. He's going to go in motion to the far side of the field. They're going to roll out Lytle to that side. He is pressured. Throws in the back of the end zone. Wide open. Rocco Sioka dropped it. Too far wide open and drops it. That's one of those 3-0 pitch right down the middle. And a swing and a miss. But a lot of these fans are looking for that score because that would put them in the mercy rule, which would have a running clock throughout the whole second half, as we're already on one of the longest halves we've seen all year long. Game started at 7 o'clock. We're at 8:33. I'm no math major, but that's an hour and 33 minutes and one half, and we're not over yet. 5.5 left. Wow. So let's see. 4 wide receiver set, trips near side. Lone wide running back is Louis Tippmann. Lytle should be the last play. The fade route. Oh, what a catch. Talk about high pointing the ball. Go Sioka for 6. Wow. That is tremendous skills on high pointing that ball for Sioka. So 0.9 seconds left. Lytle throws a beautiful ball on that fade route as he's done all night on the fades. And watch Sioka. Man, great look there from Hunter Sosenheimer, our cameraman. And a beautiful play. 41-6. Bulanda. And that one is up and good. 42-6 our score. SummitCitySports.com. Let's see if we can get you. So Brendan Lytle with that touchdown is the career leader for Bishop Dwenger High School. That's saying something with the amount of quarterbacks that came through this school. Excuse me, 42-6 is the count. But outstanding. Brendan Lytle, congratulations to him, the senior signal caller for head coach Jason Garrett. As you take a look right there, he's getting some congratulations. You see him walking over here to his coaching staff. But Brendan Lytle, what an accomplishment. Continues to put records up. And 0.9 seconds left. We'll get one kickoff and get right to it. So in the third quarter, though, Concordia, I believe up still 7-0. Yeah, up 7-0 in the third quarter is Concordia over Oak Hill. That was quite a drive for Concordia. And Bulanda with the kick and a little pooch kick. And that's going to be downed. And that will be the end of our first half. 42-6 your score. Bishop Dwenger is rolling right here live from SummitCitySports.com.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Can you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from Bishop Dwenger High School as we have a 42-6 score. Still about 10 and a half minutes left in this halftime break. Seen some outstanding action around the Northeast Indiana area as plenty of SAC action and schools in live action here tonight from SummitCitySports.com as we're live from 6 venues, including this one here with Bishop Dwenger up 42-6. Anderson started out with the first score of the game, and then it's been all Dwenger ever since. 42 unanswered points. And update there down. Let's go around a little bit here for some scores at halftime. Marion, excuse me, up 21-6 over Southside. The winner of this game here, Anderson at Dwenger, will play the winner of Northrop and Northside. That's about mid-third quarter. Northside up 22-14. But they do have the ball and rolling right now with Deuce Taylor and company. See if we can get an update out west at Warsaw as the Carroll Chargers and the Warsaw Tigers. Right now it is 28-21 in the third quarter. Carroll is on top. That's gone back and forth over there in Warsaw. Let's see what we got out at Leo. Right now, Leo finally took the lead against Northwood. Leo leads 14-12, and they do have possession, and in the Northwood side of the field. So looking promising there for Leo. And then our final one from SummitCitySports.com is Concordia at Oak Hill, with that being a 7-0 Concordia lead in the third quarter. Not sure how much time is left, but that's being played down southwest in Oak Hill. So right now, the SAC doing some nice work, as we'll also need to get a update. Wayne is playing down in Delta. Delta, they've been blowing players out, teams out over the past 4 or 5 weeks. I think they only have one loss on the season. I think it was 2, but they won last week. I think 33-0 or something. But let's see if we can find the Wayne and Bishop Dwenger, or excuse me, Wayne and Delta score. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Trying to click on their YouTube feed that Delta has. Right now, Delta in the third quarter is up by 10, 28-18 over the Generals on the nice new field turf there at Delta High School. They're down there in Muncie, Indiana. Homestead and Snyder going at it in Class 6A. Right now, Homestead finally starting to flex their muscle in the beginning of the third quarter. Let's check at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Homestead up 21-10 over Snyder, starting to pull away against the Snyder Panthers in a little bit of rebuild mode here this year, but look out, they're going to be right back at it next year. They have outstanding players there under head coach Kurt Tittman and company, so you're going to see, their sophomore class is tremendous. But let's step away here. We still have about 6.5 minutes left here in this halftime break. You are watching Class 5A sectional football from Bishop Darcy Stadium, right here, live from SummitCitySports.com.
Sure we have to do this? A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister, because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Do you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators, or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, Nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime. We are in Class 5A sectional semifinal. The winner will move on to play next week in the sectional championship. The winner of this game will take on either Northrop or Northside, which will be playing at Chambers Field, just down the road a little bit here from Bishop Dwenger High School. So we've got about 3 minutes left in this first half. Did have a score we forgot to give you. That's Lures and Fairfield. Lures was up 21-6 over Fairfield. So Lures in Class 2A, in Class 3A, trying to make a run. That's 2A. In Class 2A, trying to make a run towards a state title in Class 2A. But about 3 minutes left to go in this halftime break. We're going to sip on our hot chocolate a little bit and get paced and ready for our second half of game action. We will have a running clock with the 35-point margin. It's 36 points right now, and anything 35 or above is going to be a running clock. So we will have a running clock in the second half, as that was one of the longest first halves we've seen all season. About an hour and 40-minute first half. So we'll step away and come back for our second half of game action. SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Third quarter is upon us. Second half, we are ready. Class 5A sectional semifinal round. Winner moves on, and they will take on the winner of Northrop and Northside. Northside winning that one right now. They're at Chambers Field. That'll take place next Friday evening if that stays the case. Sectional semifinal championship game will be played, I believe, right here at Bishop Dwenger, as both teams will have home games to open the season. As we are about ready, Bishop Dwenger will receive the kick. We will have a running clock here in the second half with the 35 point or greater. And back deep for the Saints. Well, let's go with the kicker here first. Is Clayton Stevens for Anderson. This is not their strong suit at all. "12 minutes. We are about ready for this third quarter action right here. SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Here is Stevens. The high kick. That's going to be taken by Louis Tittman. He fair catches it, and they'll down it right there at the 27-yard line. Dwenger will take over 1st and 10, and let's see if they go with their second string. They will come out here in the second half and go with their second string, and I believe it's going to be Colin Vance, the junior, is going to run the show here at quarterback. 11 and a half minutes. Clock will roll continually through this second half. Two wide receivers set to the far side. I formation for the Saints and head coach Jason Garrett. And the fumble came out. I'm not sure. Anderson saying they got it. They did. Not the way you want to start it with your backups, as that one will be turned over. Anderson will take over 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the, what do we got here, 34, 33-yard line of the Saints. So same thing on the defense as well as the offense here to start this second half. Going to the second on the depth chart are the Saints, and they're scrambling now here. Come out in the 3-4 defense. And the handoff to Ivy is tackled and dragged down by number 49, Michael Finley, the senior. Also on the tackle was number 90. And it's Elijah Doogie. No idea. Douge. Drop me a line. Second and a long 9:45 left in this third quarter. 3 wide receiver set for Anderson. That's Stevenson. He's going to roll. Throws against his body. And does he get in? Nope, that's going to be incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd and 9. So Anderson with the 3rd down play here, 9:15, clock rolling, and the mercy rule. So here comes Anderson. 10 on the play clock, 9 on the game clock. Here is Connor Stevenson in the shotgun. Trips wide receivers to the far side. Lone wide receiver to the near side is Cullum. They're going to swing it out. Oh, that's a tough catch. Gets through an arm tackle. It's a block out wide, but that's going to be short. Good recovery. And it's going to be spotted at the 29-yard line. 4th down for Anderson. I'm sure you're going for it here. What do you got to lose? So 8:15. Clock rolling. 4th and 6 for Anderson. 3 wide receiver set. Twins near side. That's Ivy in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Ivy. And good play. I believe that's number 16, Tommy Whitty, the junior. Busted in there. Also with the help of number 44, Sam Trable-Weir. And that's going to be a turnover on downs, as you see the little bit of love there from Trable-Weir from his coaching staff as he came off the field. A nice job as the Dwenger coaching staff liking the second on the depth chart. As Vance will come back out, and it will be 1st and 10. The chains haven't moved yet. The chains are still sitting. And everybody probably a little bit cold out there. And that's going to be a penalty, which you're going to see as backups come in. So 42-6, 7 minutes left.
Well, you mentioned you've got Vance, who, he's the more accomplished quarterback over Brody Dickerson, but he's actually seen less game action this year. That's a great point. And they'll hand it off this time. Big room there for Louis Tittman.
And Louis Tittman with the big run.
Sidelines, and I thought that even the huddle was a little more disciplined and so forth.
2nd and 4, 6 minutes left in this third quarter. The handoff to Louis Tittman. Louis Tittman, he's a good back too. Don't forget about Louis Tittman. He had a lot of carries last year. They've gone more to Devin and KJ this year, but the trio of Tittmans, that backfield. As that will bring up a 1st down, just under 6 minutes.
Ball resting right on the midfield stripe. 5:42 to go. It's already over half this third quarter is done. Saints on top 42-6.
5.5 left. 1st and 10. Vance under center. I formation. Oh, that was a broken play. Vance is smart, just pulls out and will run out of bounds after a gain of about 3, but he turned, not sure if he turned the wrong way or the Up back went the wrong way, but either way, Vance is going to get a couple of yards out of it on that broken play. 5:15, clock rolling. 42-6, 2nd and 8. Oak Hill and Concordia still locked in a good one. 7-0 Concordia on top of Oak Hill in Class 3A. Oak Hill does have the ball, and they are on the Concordia. Check it. Concordia with the ball, and they're in the Oak Hill side of the field. And it'll be 2nd and short for Dwenger. 4.5 minutes left in the third. Let's go back to Chambers Field, see what they got going out there with Northside and Northrop. And Northside has pulled away, ladies and gentlemen. They're up 36-14. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. Northside and Dwenger looking for that rematch that we all have been looking for. As Vance couldn't connect on the pass, looking for number 88, Max Robinson. That was a good throw right through the hands, though, Robinson. I'd love to have that one back, I'm sure. Under 4 minutes left. In the third quarter, Southside down by 9, and they are looking to score here. Are the Archers. That would be the upset of the century, and they do score. Does Southside. Wow. They pull within 3 right now to Marion. My goodness. So 3:20 left as Vance comes to the sideline. But a shout out to this offensive line for Dwenger. They've been tremendous all game long. Number 53, Joe Fabini. Number 57, Ben Tittman. Number 61, Isaac Lehrman. 62, Vinny Fiacable. And number 67, Austin Busher. That's 2 juniors and 3 seniors as we're under 3 minutes left. And the handoff out like a light, upended. That's going to be another first down. That's Aziz Dixon, the junior running back, with the first down pickup. Right now, Warsaw, they do score in the fourth quarter. They take the lead over Carroll right now, 34-28, with the PAT still remaining. You can check all these games on our website, SummitCitySports.com. Go to the top of the website, hit the live tab. You can scroll all at your fingertips every game we have on tonight. So 2:10 left. And Vance will go under center. Has Louis Tittman in the backfield with him still. Well, misdirection, the handoff to Tommy Whitty. And Whitty is spun down, but a big gain. About a 7-8 yard gain for Whitty. About that. Under 2 minutes. Clock continues to roll. 1:40 remaining. Minute and a half, 2nd and 3 for the Saints and head coach Jason Garrett. Great start to their sectional run as Vance fumbles the snap, picks it up, and he's got a high IQ. There's no question about that when it comes to the game of football. As that one fumbled, but does manage to get out wide and pops out of bounds, but it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Saints. As the ball is on the 21-yard line. Vance, it's the call. 52 seconds left in this third. This will probably be the last play of the quarter, barring a touchdown. Well, either way, clock will continue to roll. Vance, fake far side, now rolls near side, throws against his body, and underthrown, was looking for number 88, Max Robinson. That will bring up 4th and 4. 42-6 is our score, and that should about do it for the first for the third quarter. Yep. And that update from Homestead has they're in control. 28-10 is the score now. Up over Snyder, looking to beat them twice this season. But that will be the end of our third quarter. Bishop Dwenger in absolute control. 42-6 over Anderson. Will step away. You are watching Class 5A Sectionals right here from SummitCitySports.com.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel that you're watching. Here is Kelly Automotive Group. Is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. So start of our fourth quarter. Bishop Dwenger up 42-6. And here comes a field goal on 4th and 4. Vance with the hold. The boot is up from Bulanda. And did it tuck in? Nope, that's going to go wide left. And it will be a turnover on downs. We'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Indians. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignment, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment. The Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFred Credit Union when we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. Ottenwater Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwallerContracting.com. Under 11 minutes. Stevenson rolls out wide, gets through an arm tackle, and is tackled just inside the marker by number 32. Michael Becker, the sophomore. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. 10 minutes, we're nearing. And the shotgun is Stevenson. He's going to hand off right up the gut. Good play. And number 57 broke in there. Ben Tittman. And also number 38, Kyle Eddy, the sophomore. 9:47 left. 3rd and 9 for the Indians of Anderson. 3 wide receiver set. Stevenson. And he'll throw it away. Nice job by number 31, Cole Carey. to push him out wide. Then Eddie came for the forced throw. We got 9 minutes left in the ball game. 9 minutes left.
Coach, I want to ask you real quick if we could. We know that you have weekly virtues that you talk about with this team, and this week's was endurance.
So 8:50, fourth and 9 for Anderson, and the freshman will come in to kick it. He's put on a couple of nice kicks as Dontrez Fuller with 8.5. We're nearing. Fuller, wide snap. He'll get it, and they're going to fake it. Fuller, the freshman, he's got speed and gets the first down. Is pushed out of bounds on the fake from Anderson. Why not? As Teddy Steele comes up with the tackle. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. El Azteca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit elaztecarestaurant.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. 7:45 left, first and 10 for Anderson. Gets a block. Can he cut it out wide? Does get the edge. Here's Eccles. Eccles, it is pushed out of bounds by number 19, Adam Schenkel, the sophomore, but a nice run for Anderson. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 7 minutes left in the ball game. First and 10 for Anderson. In the shotgun, they hand to Ivy. Ivy and is tackled over the 30 by Adam Schenkel. We'll bring up second and short as we're nearing 6.5 minutes left. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral needed, saving you time and money. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more. 6:15. Armstrong. The fade route. Came back for the ball, and that one's going to be incomplete. Nice coverage by Sam. Was that Sam Pisa? Could have been Sam Pisa. That's a JV number 22. That is definitely not the flowing locks of Sam Pisa out there. As that will be incomplete, but good play on the ball either way. And looking at the roster, that's Ben Jackaway, the sophomore. Two wide receiver set. So Jackaway, a nice play out wide. The draw. Oh, nice. Way to shed your block by number 31, Cole Carey, the junior, shielded, and will bring up fourth down. How about that shed of a block? Saw that earlier with John Michael Fabini on that huge tackle and loss in the first half. But that's all the starters got to play here tonight against Anderson. Started slow, got down 6-zip, but then 42 straight points by the Saints.
Watch out, thank you. And that is Coach Jason Garrett, head coach, being a great sport with us tonight.
In the shotgun here is Armstrong. Armstrong hands Ivy. Ivy lowers his shoulder and is tackled by number 92, Isaac Hartman. 4:45 left. And that is going to be a turnover on downs. And here comes Dwenger to finish this out. 4.5 left. Luke Shuckle, the sophomore, has got to be helped off the field here. 4:15 left in this game. And it will be number 11, the sophomore Bodie Dickerson, in at quarterback for head coach Jason Garrett. Aziz Dixon on the right hip in the backfield. 2 wide receiver set. It's going to be a straight handoff to Dixon. I can pretty much guarantee you that. And it is Dixon. Oh, nice change of pace. Cuts out near side. And this could be targeting. That was helmet to helmet. As number 43, DeJuan Baker came over, but that came in helmet to helmet. As let's see what happened. Man, that was a heck of a hit. And he is still down, shaken up at the 41, but he pops up now. Does number 43, DeJuan Baker, and gets a nice hand from the Dwenger crowd. As they are going to call targeting on Baker as he comes over helmet first. And that's going to be a personal foul on Anderson. And the clock stopped on that stop. So we'll be 1st and 10. With 3:40 left, Bishop Dwenger in control, looking to move on to the sectional final. So Baker does walk off on his own power, and they're going to pick up the flag. They're going to wave off the targeting. And now Dickerson will go back, and he'll go under center. Dixon, he dots that I in the backfield. Three and a half minutes left in the ball game. 1st and 10. The handoff to Dixon. Spins out of traffic and is dropped just shy of the 40. Gain of about 3, maybe 2. Nearing 3 minutes left in the game. Here's Dickerson. Breaks the huddle. Concordia up big. They're looking to take a hold and move into the sectional final. They're up 17-0 over Oak Hill. As Dixon not going anywhere there. 2:40 left. So Warsaw looks like they're going to beat Carroll. They're up 42-28. So Warsaw and Homestead will lock up next week. And I believe that will be at Homestead. They're in the bottom of that bracket, and both teams had a home game to open up sectionals in Class 6A. So 2:10 left. 3rd and 11. I formation. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the Northside-Northrop game. Northside up 42-21. Dickerson makes one miss, then takes it out to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of about 1.5 yards. Will bring up 4th and 10. Harden with the tackle. Delta in control of Wayne, 42-18. And the kick from Dickerson. Nice little pooch kick. And that one's going to take a nice Saints roll. Inside the 10. Will it roll? And he just took it away. That should be a Dwenger score. I don't think he ever went down. Well, it doesn't matter. Dwenger will take over inside, or excuse me, Anderson will take over inside their own 10. with 47 seconds left, one play still remaining. So what an outstanding night of sectionals. Dwenger will move on. East Noble does defeat DeKalb 14-7. Homestead beat Snyder 28-0, so it'll be Homestead and Snyder, or excuse me, Homestead and Warsaw. It will be Dwenger and Northside. So 10 seconds left, last play of the ball game. Thought about airing it out. Now he's going to have to scramble. He's going to cut it back to the far side of the field. And good tackle out in space by number 22, Ben Jackaway. And that will be the final. Congratulations to the Bishop Dwenger Saints. They win 42-6 to move on to the sectional championship game next Friday, most likely against Northside. That will be on SummitCitySports.com. But thanks for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fun night of sectional football. Until then, for Hunter Sosenheimer, I am Tim Atkinson. You have been watching Indiana High School football from SummitCitySports.com. I'm going to unplug everything right now. All right, both cords are down.
Yep, power down. Start unplugging. What's that? No stats? Okay. Kevin said no stats. That's fine. Nick, you want us to come back to you for some final words? Awesome. Welcome back to Schultz Field, folks. We'll remind you that St. Felix Catholic Center in Huntington, Indiana offers one-day and overnight retreats.
Sure we have to do this? A bit of a hill.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however